Hi everyone, and welcome to today's General Hospital Recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. It's a Monday. And just saying, they aren't filling out this week's descriptions, or at least Comcast isn't. So I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but I feel like I'm flying blind this week, and I'm very uncomfortable with it because I usually peek at the week's descriptions and have an idea of what's going on. But I can't do that this week, so let's just get right to it. We'll start with Tracy and Hayden plot twist. So Hayden is aiding Tracy to get ELQ back, and Tracy threatens to tell Nikolas she's a spy if she doesn't come through, which would seem counterproductive. And Hayden is in it for the money, but also to watch Nikolas suffer, and I have to wonder what that's about. Like, does she know Nikolas tried to have her shot in the head? And then they hear screaming. At the park / Robin, wherever she's being held, Robin's watching as someone tries to abduct Emma. The woman makes small talk with Emma, saying that her daughter's named Lark, like the bird, and Emma's like, oh, my mom's named after a bird, Robin. And then the woman tries to take Emma, and Emma says she can't go with her. The woman, like, I guess, really tries to grab her, and Emma fights back and screams, and Tracy comes running over. The woman disappears, and Tracy calls Patrick. At Sonny's place, Carly is coordinating for ramps to be put in and other things that would help Sonny, and Sonny doesn't want anything to change. Sonny upsets Carly, and she leaves the room, and Lucas shows up. So Lucas talks to Carly about how to deal with Sonny and, you know, to give him another target so he doesn't focus his anger on her. And he suggests, like, an at-home physical therapist. And, you know, because they're trained to deal with stuff like that. And, you know, then he'd be getting his physical therapy too. Morgan overhears Sonny giving Max direction to have Ava watched, and Morgan volunteers. So Morgan's plan is to tell her he wants her back, and Sonny is concerned he will actually go back with her, and he decides it's too much of a risk and wants him to stay away from the business, which I think was the end game all along. And Max asks Sonny what he should do regarding Morgan, and he says, you know, just focus on Ava, and he's going to deal with her when he's going to final deal with her when he can walk again. And Carly comes back into the room and tells him Lucas was here, and Carly reminds him the doctor said this is going to take time and patience, and he has to just, and he let Ava get into his head so much, and he's like, you know, Carly, I don't want you to be my nursemaid, you know, we're either married as equals or we're not married at all, and not cool. At Ava's, Ava is planning on taking Avery to the aquarium, but Paul shows up. Paul wants Ava back to work, and Ava tries to make excuses about going back to work, but he wants her to facilitate the deals that he already arranged. Facilitate. Did I say that right? I feel like I slurred it. So poor Avery was going to go to the aquarium, and now she has to take a nap. Such plans. So now Paul and Ava kiss again. It's all very weird. And Morgan is outside her door yelling, being held back by a security guard. Go figure. So Ava comes to the door. Paul hides. Morgan says he was dropping off some of Avery's things. He sits down and talks with Ava and tests the waters, and he asks about the organization and if she, you know, she took over for Julian. So she says her ambitions have changed, and she says it never stopped Sonny and Morgan. Okay, so she says her ambitions have changed, and she also brings up how it never being like the boss and, you know, being a parent, it never stopped Sonny. And Morgan is like, well, look how good that worked out for him. You know, really trying to play that card, but doesn't work. Ava sees right through it. At Patrick's, Sam tells Patrick Jason and her kissed. Patrick is not happy, obviously, and he wants to know what would have happened if he would have remembered, like, his whole life when they kissed. She wants Jason to remember for all of them, you know, her, Danny, himself, you know, everyone involved, even if they don't have a future together, which I think is what separates Sam from Elizabeth. Like, had Sam been the first one to find out, like, she would have told the world, even if Jason was in love with someone else. But Patrick pushes to see if she wants a future with him, and she says she doesn't know. So he gets a phone call, and he leaves, because it was Tracy saying, your daughter was just almost kidnapped. So there's a knock at the door. It's Elizabeth. This should be interesting. And Liz says she's here and wants to talk about Jason. She wants to talk to Sam about Jason. So she says, Elizabeth says she knows that Sam came to the house and she knows Jason was there this morning. And Sam's like, yeah, I was dropping off his motorcycle. And Elizabeth's like, that couldn't have waited till the morning. Like, you had to do it last night. She accuses Sam of calling Jason and inviting him over there this morning. And Sam's like, no, he just kind of came over. And Elizabeth is like, she's like walking a line because she's like, of course he should have a relationship with Danny, but you don't push him to remember anything and you don't put pressure on him. And Sam sees right through this ruse of hers and asks her, and then Elizabeth's like, you need to give Jason space. Really? Which Sam kind of brings up, you're living with him and now I'm not even allowed to talk to him. Like, how's that fair? But she tells her not to talk to Jason, and Sam calls her out on everything, especially how she was begging Jason to marry her after he found out he was Jason. And Elizabeth asks what she's going to do about Patrick, and that really does stop Sam in her tracks. So back at the park, Patrick arrives, and the police already got a description of the woman. Tracy took care of it. And Patrick asks her what happened. Asked Emma what happened. And Emma, like, doesn't really want to talk about it. So instead she asks if Sam and Danny will be there, and he asks why. And she's like, well, Danny's dad came back for them. And that Spencer told her that. And Emma's just really upset, really sad, because she feels like she's going to lose Sam, and she doesn't want to because she really loves her. And Patrick's heart must be breaking because it must be horrible to watch your children be so sad. At Windermere, Jason threatens Nikolas and Liz gets in the middle because that's what she does. Oh, shoot. I am out of order. Darn. Okay, so this part, Elizabeth was there before she went to Sam and Patrick's. I was doing so good. I've been so good. Okay, so this happened before Elizabeth was at Windermere before she went to see Sam. There you go. So Liz gets in the middle because that's what she does. And Jason knows that Nikolas has known who he was for the past 9 months. Nikolas claims Helena tampered with the test because there was no result, and Elizabeth plays along. He says he went to visit Danny and Sam, and Liz is like, don't pressure yourself to connect with them. And Nikolas wants Elizabeth to leave, and she does. So that's how she found out he was at Sam and Danny's in the morning. And now she goes to confront Sam. Okay. So Jason wants the life that was stolen from him, and he wants Nikolas to help him get it back. So I think it's very interesting that, you know, he's with Elizabeth, but he wants the memories that he had with Sam. Like, he wants to know that life. Sorry, I'm just really happy right now. So Hayden comes back. Jason threatens to leave Nikolas bankrupt. He says he's going to sign his stock over to Michael and give him the upper hand in getting ELQ back. Yeah, Jason. Hayden inserts herself into the conversation because what else would she do? And Nikolas tells Jason Helena is dying at the family compound, and Jason says he'll take his chances after he talks to Michael. Back where Robin's being held, I don't know if it's still Creighton Clark because that kind of blew up, so I guess not. But Robin says that Jason's alive and knows Robin wouldn't leave her family willingly and maybe get Anna involved. It's wishful thinking. And now end scene. Ava thinks Sonny sent Morgan there and he's trying to impress Sonny, and she says he can see Avery on Sonny's visitation days, so not just any time. Now he has to wait. And Paul wants her to turn the tables on Morgan, so maybe perhaps jump in with him and get information on Sonny's organization. Carly won't let Sonny take their marriage hostage. He throws his ring across the room and says they married to defeat Ava and they lost, so they can just end the marriage. Okay. The henchman at wherever Robin's being held says Jason has bigger problems at the moment and it won't be coming for her, and success is the only way for her to see her daughter again. So is Helena really dying and Robin is working on saving her unwillingly? Who knows? Emma wants to know if Sam and Danny are staying with them. Patrick says he doesn't know. He assures her that Sam loves her a lot, and she says that he said the same thing about Robin and she left. Girl is gonna have major abandonment issues, and we're gonna see that when she's like a teenager. And let me just tell you, it's not going to be a fun future for Emma right now. Let me just tell you. I love her. I really do. Anyway, so Tracy calls Hayden and warns her about Nikolas's charms. Nikolas vows that no one will take ELQ from him, very dramatically. And Elizabeth is goading Sam on about whether he'll leave her and Jake for them. Leave Elizabeth and Jake for, Sam and Danny. And Sam says Jason's memory will come back. And when that happens, who knows what'll happen. And Jason is leaving Port Charles on his motorcycle. Where's he going? Where you go, Jason? Again, I'm in the dark because we don't have descriptions for the rest of the week, and it makes me very uneasy. But in any event, I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital. I hope you have a great day. I remember seeing one of the magazines and it said the cutoff was September, and I was like, oh, so it's a new one. But now I'm realizing it's November, and that doesn't work. Sorry, I just kind of had that moment right now. Where's my memory? Am I the new Jason? Oh, this is so exciting. But in any event, I will see you tomorrow for more Drama Hospital. I hope you have a great day. And, yeah. Woo! Jason!